Episode of the KB show. A little bit of a different flow for this one. A little bit more chilled. We got the owner, the man himself, Patrick.
Welcome.
How are you, bro? Thanks for coming on, man.
No worries, man.
So we're just jumping on just to check in, see how he's going. Also see how KB is going, how the triumphs and struggles of owning a gym. So it's going to be a really good episode for you guys. Also, just wanted to touch on just quickly as well, me and Jay are going to be moving into a 4-part series for the gym floor moving forward. We had a little bit of success with the last one that we put out, so we're going to explore that a little bit, just going off what you guys are feeding back to us, and that's the viewers. So if you want us to talk about anything, comment down below, and we'll definitely make sure that we talk about it. But moving forward, KB, how is it going, bro? How is it?
So there's a lot of
Just
things
push that mic
happened.
a little bit closer, bro.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that happened since our last podcast.
It's been a minute. It's been like 12 weeks.
12 weeks,
Yeah.
Yeah, so as any business, we grow, we learn, we make mistakes. So I guess let's talk about things that other gym owners should be aware, something that I guess I made a mistake on, and other gym owners could learn from this, which is a very important one. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. Anybody, I guess, in Sydney or any other state, we've got rules where running a 24/7 gym, we have permits. The permit needs to be submitted to your authority, meaning the council. And every year, we need to resubmit this application. Last year, we had the 1 year, which expired in December. So in December, we had 3 months, which were in lockdown due to COVID. So I sent a couple of emails to a few other licenses that we have, one being music. We need a music license to operate the gym. So any music that gets played in the facility, we need a license. So I send them an email. Can I please get an extension of my music license because of COVID? We're in lockdown. We didn't use the facility. Yep, no problem. Send another email to the insurance. I go, look, the gym was in lockdown. Can we please get an extension of it? They said, you don't need to pay during this period of time. No worries. That's fine. Then I send an email to the council. Can I please get an extension on the license? I didn't get a reply. Comes in, so I was meant to submit in December. February comes, council approached me and goes, you have not submitted your application. You now have to go back to standard hours. Our standard hours were from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you can see these hours affect the business hugely, where we have members training as early as like 5:30 and some train as late, to midnight. That's probably, the small percentage, but still it is part of the gym. There's members that train early, there's members that train late.
It's a luxury that people definitely want in the Sydney sort of CBD area to be able to train anytime, so to speak.
I guess anywhere. Doesn't even need to be the CBD. Anywhere, like, if you want to train at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep, you come to the gym, whatever. Everyone's got the option. But anyways, we went back to those hours, and those hours cost us 8 weeks being on those hours, while the application was getting reviewed by council for the 24/7, which meant 2 months our members didn't have the 24/7 access. That did affect us. We had a few members leave us due to that. It's out of our control, I guess. It was something that I did not expect. Since we enclosed and we paid for 1 year of license, I would expect them to just go, no worries, extend it from December to February, extend that since you did not use your license, and we were forced to close down by the government.
It's pretty crazy that
it was a very hard,
It's pretty crazy that like the music, as you said, the insurance as well, were able to give you that extension. And you think obviously the government, after restrictions were in place, lockdowns were in place, businesses were affected, you reckon they would just sort of give you that extension is a no-brainer, isn't it, to try and help out businesses?
Really help small businesses. That's something that we would like. I'm sure there's a lot of businesses out there that have been affected. I don't know how what the government has helped them. So for us, we got closed down for 4 months, pretty much what it was. The government grants that we got pretty much was zero because even though we got something, the landlord pretty much took everything.
Yeah.
Because we got 4 months paying rents that, the business was closed making zero. So the landlord's going to come back after you and go, dude, we want something. So negotiation skills have to be good for you to, to go, give some, take some, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been really hard, owning a complex where the rents are so high. Look, we've come on the other side in a good way. We're happy. We've passed that hill,
Yeah,
but
you did.
Not many people have passed this hill. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where we noticed that America, like I was saying to you before, there's I think 50% of the gyms went into closure. That's the reality. 50% of the gyms closed down. They closed the door. They're like, fuck this. I'm leaving. That's it.
Yeah.
They packed up their bags. And if the landlord, if he wasn't good and he wasn't understanding, he could turn around and goes, nah, I want the full rent. Where's the money going to come from? I had the business closed for 4 months. The government isn't going to step in and go, look, I'll cover your rent for you. It's not the government isn't going to step in and go, I'll cover the rent because you made us close. No. So,
Yeah, I could imagine a lot of people coming out
it's a stressful
obviously
time.
a bit worse off, and I know you're quite savvy with those things and stayed on top of where you could grant grants here and there and tried to do the best for the business to sort of what you could get from the government and what you could sort of save here and there. But I know a lot of people that sort of in business and aren't quite that savvy that may not have had the foresight for you to go and get the grants, get the exemptions that they could have got because they just didn't simply put the research in potentially.
Yeah, they didn't put the research in.
And could have ended up like in a much worse state than when they obviously started the lockdown.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. I guess, look, we're talking about the fitness industry here. I guess every industry is different, restaurants, every industry. We're talking about fitness. We're talking about being a gym. Our main cost in the facility is the facility.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the main cost. Like whatever you earn, it's going back to the facility. The second biggest cost that you're going to have is any, equipment, any loan equipment, any renovation, construction. That's usually the second biggest cost that you're going to have. The third one is probably your wages for your staff. That's probably the third biggest. So those three together take pretty much the portion out of revenue that's going to come through the business into those three sectors. So, if the management and the members and everything comes together as a formula. So if it doesn't work, you're going to scratch your head. Why did I even open a gym? I think a lot of people think opening a gym is cool, and it's extremely hard, and finding a location. And I think a lot of trainers think, I want to fucking own a gym, and this is my dream. This is this. Well, fucking, you need to wake up to reality, because owning a gym is extremely hard. The capital that you need behind it, and it's very, very competitive. You're there. You might work. It might work. I think you have to either go big, do something amazing to make it work, because otherwise competition is going to come around the corner and you can't stop it. If a gym decides to open down the road, you can't turn around and go, don't open there. Don't open. I'm here already. They don't care about you, man. They're open, like I said, there's always going to be competition around you. Anything that you do, there's always a product that could be better, cheaper, and, that could wipe you out.
Yeah.
So I think innovation is the main thing. And, for us is we need to keep that high standards every single day that we are here in the business. Every customer that comes through, every member, and we're always going to give that 100% to every single member.
Yeah.
Because, we don't know what's going to come next.
Yeah. And that's something that you obviously have been trying. You started a new product, so you brought in on nutritionists to come in as well, which is exciting. Tanya's come in, fully qualified, clinical nutritionist, done all the study. She's a wealth of knowledge. She's been really good to have around, actually. And enjoyed my chat with her on the gym floor, actually. Very, very clever woman. So that's exciting for the gym as well.
Well, members ask for it, we deliver. Simple. Yeah. So whatever members ask, we're going to keep our ears open. If we can bring it in, we bring it in. That's it. They want to, another members ask, can we be more involved in the community? So we reached out to a couple of restaurants. Anything to do with fitness within the industry, within the locals, and really focus on our local community. That's the main thing of KB in Glebe.
Yeah.
So growing that community around you, because I think a lot of people, our locals is what makes the business.
Yeah.
I noticed that most people don't travel any longer than like half an hour or 20 minutes to a gym. So
Yeah.
if you live local, you're going to join a local gym. So as a business owner, if you're going to open a gym, say, Cogra, or you're going to open another gym in whatever area you're going to open, I think your local target is the main thing. And word spreads around very quick. If you've got a small community within the Glebe area, everyone's local. So if you do shit by people, like your word gets spread around, don't go there. That's not a good place. Like a cafe or a restaurant. You only got one chance.
Yeah.
You go there and you had a bad experience. You're not going to tell your friends, oh, go there, eat the burger. That burger was mad. No, well, shit, don't go there.
Yeah.
Straight away. Oh, and then his friend's going to say, oh, I heard, Tom said that burger shit. Don't go there either.
Yeah.
And quickly, that's like 3 customers already gone. It works with the same thing with the gym. Don't go there, So, yeah.
It is a good mentality here. And that's what I've found with KB is like, it's a big gym, but it's got that like small community feel about it. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like the local gym, but it's on like a big scale. Yeah. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? You got all the best equipment. You know what I mean? You got the coolest facility with like immaculate bathrooms, and you've obviously spent the money on it. But it's also got that feel of like community, that feel of being a part of a local and stuff.
Yeah, I guess
people aren't just numbers.
No. Look, the gym is the way it is. It looks good. It feels good. Members are, we love our members. And we're always changing, we always change. We change the machines around, we're always listening to customers, what they like, what they don't like. We're noticing some of the machines aren't getting used, and we're always replacing them with other machines. For example, we're working to get a hip thruster. We don't have one at the gym.
I know the girls are excited about that.
Yeah, so it's been requested. So we're listening to our members. There's a calf machine that does not get used as often, and we're pretty much like, sometimes you got big gyms and they got machines there that you don't use. If you got a big facility and you go, oh, I got 200 machines, and there's like 50 machines aren't even getting used, it's like, what's the point of even having it there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You, as a gym owner, which machines are getting used, which ones are, good. But sometimes like they're just shit. They don't get used. We had one, like for example, that was an ab machine, and that ab machine was not getting used. Like the design of it wasn't good enough and didn't rotate. So that had to go. It wasn't getting used. Every square meter counts over here. So we pissed that off, and we just made more room in the gym. I think every person who designs the gym has to have some sort of experience and background, because you can't just do the technology. Even in machines involve, put it that way. You compare yourself to like a leg extension 20 years ago to a leg extension now. It's completely different. Like there's just like all these little bells and whistles you can adjust so many times. It makes it perfect for your leg.
They just flow so much better now.
Yeah.
Having that slight curvature in like certain movements. I remember before it was just like hinge everywhere.
And you used to sit flat, and now you sit on an incline.
Yeah.
Dude, everything like it does make a difference. The new machines are just getting better and better. Same as a treadmill, Back in the days, you didn't even have a TV, and now you're watching Netflix as you're doing cardio. That's how much we've involved, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, dude, it's not easy, but look, we're here.
Yeah.
Anybody out there who, thinks about starting one, man, like it's really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
So, Sydney's so competitive. That's what I find. Everywhere is competitive, but I think there's a gym nearly, every suburb there's already a gym in there. I think, like I was talking to you about before, I think there's only so much towards members like a facility can handle. This is what we discussed. Like, there's gonna be a number that you have in mind, and then that number is just somehow you're gonna reach that number, and it's gonna be extremely hard to maybe reach that number again, and you're gonna be within a buffer. So yeah, it's a bit challenging. How can I say it? Like
to try and figure out what your range is. I think we're sort of speaking about it a little bit off air, where we sort of spoke about like obviously KB's had really good growth since you started, but as you said before, just say, I'm just pulling numbers from thin air here. Say if like you had 500 members the first year, you're not expecting to have 1,000, then 1,500, and then by year 4 you come to 2,000.
To 2,000 members, and the gym's packed and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there's
you always have sort of like a cap.
Exactly, and you don't want that because you can always put your membership so cheap that you're gonna get that volume, but you're not gonna get quality, and the gym's gonna be packed, and you're giving your current members like the worst experience. They're gonna complain. They go, "Oh, the gym's always busy. I don't like it here." You know what I mean?
Yep.
But at the same time, you don't want to put the membership that high that you don't have enough members. At the same time, I think you got to find a threshold. But at the same time, I think with the area that you're in, there's only so much you can pull as well. You can't just, you can spend your money on marketing and all of this, but I guess people come, leave the area they come. So, there's always going to be a buffer, I reckon, between what your gym capacity can be, what I mean, to make sure, it's successful the way it is, and, everyone's happy, no one's on top of each other. And the facility is good at that level. You don't want to reach like 5 and 7 o'clock and like you can't even get a machine. Yeah, that's pretty shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you have to have a number that you're happy with and leave it there, and that's good.
Yeah, well, and as you said, like most people will only go to sort of a local gym. Like I know for myself, I've never really traveled probably more than 5Ks to go to a gym.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
correct.
So generally, you're only going to have a certain amount of population around where you are. Obviously, we're quite lucky to be in Glebe where there's a lot of apartments, so there's like quite
a lot of people. Yeah, a
density
lot of people
walk
to the gym. Yeah,
which obviously works for KB, which is good. But it is that thing that I was speaking about just before. Is like, is it that growth stage? Are we still in that growth stage where we could potentially get to a new high, or is it this is sort of where we are? This is the fluctuation.
Yeah, that's the fluctuation. Yeah, I think anybody starting a gym, I think it takes time for you to understand the business. I think sometimes we were closed for pretty much nearly 9 months.
I think that's just been hard as well. You don't really have that numbers to fall back on.
And sometimes like we're comparing numbers that we don't know what the numbers originally were before COVID hit, because we weren't even open. So the last 2 years, the data that we have, it's like all over the place really, because we're like open, COVID hit, close, open, COVID hit, close. So the numbers are all over the place. Like I can't say like, this was before COVID, so now we know that was the number that we're aiming at. And, the numbers flip so much, it's like spins you out pretty much. So we can't, and this is another thing too, that there's a lot of gym owners out there probably in the same boat as I am, but it's like I guess everyone keeps this very private, exactly how their facility is doing, how the struggles are, and sometimes it would be good to learn from each other, because like everyone's on the same boat when it comes to this. Everyone suffered the same way, what I mean? So I guess some are bigger than the others, you know what I mean? So I've seen gyms like in the CBD, they're closed. There's other gyms, they're closed, others restructured, others got renamed, so there's so many things. Like in our area, we've had 2 gyms closed, had Broadway and Fernwood closed near us, and then we had another one just open, Plus Fitness, right next to Anytime Fitness, like 5 meters from the opposite of each other. So that's like competition on top of competition. It's like, don't share where you eat. Yeah, pretty much. But so
it is hard to guide, and if anyone out there want to sort of reach out and let us know how the gym industry is actually going.
Yeah, your opinion on everything. Around the world, it's been a crazy place, man. So I guess there's still room to expand. Like that's the thing. There's always room to improve the business. So, but it's getting a lot harder, and a lot of competition out there. So, if your product isn't amazing or great or the biggest in the block, you will be wiped out very soon, because there's always a bigger player coming around the corner. So, that's what I think. And, a gym is a lot of capital that you need behind you to be able to, to open at this size.
Yeah. So especially to open at this size.
Yeah, to open at this size.
Boutique gyms and sort of like class gyms are obviously a different sort of beast altogether. But definitely something for this size as well. It's quite a big upfront.
Yeah, upfront. Yeah.
But then also you're playing with
high risk.
completely high risk, completely different
super
numbers
high
and
risk,
stuff.
you know what I mean?
As well.
If you open a gym and you don't have enough members, then you're running at a loss. And I see that a lot. Like, I'm reading reports of other gyms that I'm able to get my hands on, and dude, they're running at a loss. They're running like 15 to 20 grand a loss.
I remember that one that you showed me.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Dude, it's fucking crazy, man. There's some people selling facilities that have gone under. And they're like running because they're locked into a contract. They're running every month at a loss. And it's like, shit, man, why don't you just close your doors?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, it's really, really hard. But, that's business. Like, you could work as a restaurant, could work as anything. You spend so much money, think it's going to work, and it doesn't work, then you scratch your head. So,
but innovation for KV. That's how we just keep on rolling.
Yeah, we'll keep doing what we do. So, we're always moving forward. So, even though we might fall backwards one step, we move two forward. That council was a bit, they worked out. Look, everything worked for the best. Everything's done, put it that way. So, that was a bit of 2 months working backwards. But, long term, we've got another year. Now we've put reminders that, like I think I got about 4 reminders that, January comes, you got to submit the application. But, it's usually sometimes my understanding is that depends on the council, but sometimes they submit, like when you submit it, you're meant to get more than 1 year. But, this is, whatever approval they give you, make sure you don't fucking miss that. Because, that's what it is. So...
Yeah, well, that's sort of the best thing to do is like obviously with the innovation. How do you feel the innovation with the new KB content's been going, bro? You can give us the honest opinion, bro.
I feel like we're always trying to, create new content. It's around the clock thinking.
Yeah. It's
been really hard, to be honest. Like, Instagram these days, like everyone's seen everything. Like there's nothing new that surprises. If you're not chucking a TikTok and doing something crazy, but I find Instagram at the moment, like, man, everyone's posted exactly the same thing. It's either workout videos or like, like we're releasing a couple of educational on food from, the nutrition side that we have now at KB, posting apparel that we have within the business, doing some cool shots with it. But, social media is social media. Like, there's so many apparel brands out there. There's so many, people trying to sell workouts. There's so many people like selling that, it's extremely hard. Like, we have our product. I think our main focus is just like, focus on local community. That's as simple as that. Because Instagram, like we're targeting, everybody in Australia.
Yeah.
But our community is the main thing, and our community lives within 1K to 5Ks away from like our gym. That's what we main focus on. If you're going to focus on spending big money on marketing, then you have a product to sell, then you're selling. But our product is a physical product that you have to come within the facility to use it.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Do you think it's worth that guerrilla type marketing where people say like even things like letterbox drops? Like I know like Gary V's like, oh, like why would you bother with that old sort of style? You know what I mean? Get online.
I don't know, man.
But I feel like
I'm gonna chuck a KB garage sale.
Get some of the equipment out, eh?
Yeah, get equipment out.
Anyone want an ab machine? You can. No, but what do you think on that? Like, so being a local product, as you said, most of your clients are going to be in 1K to 5K. Do you think there's much value in the social media side? Or
sometimes the old school way still works, man. If you're targeting community, like, letterbox drop, might end up with, 1 or 2 members, and that's better than, no members. If you sign someone else for a year, that letter drop box was worth it,
Yeah.
So you spend 1 hour or 2 hours, dropping, getting the letters printed, maybe $100 from Officeworks. And, you got 2 members extra out of that. That's, I think, 2 to 5 members, whatever you got. That's better than nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's local. So as long as, I think if you do a good offer for locals, instead of you, posting on social media, I don't know, there's so much in social media. I feel like we flick so fast and we barely see what the actual promotion even is, if you're not interested, you're not interested. I think people get bombarded with so much information on a daily basis. And I feel like the only way to get people's attention these days, it's like entertaining them or making them laugh. That's the only time I see that, you know, for myself as well. I guess, you know, if you're getting entertained or you're laughing at something or something's cool, then you go like you stay longer on that actual image or video than you trying to like sell like, or, you know, a membership, you know. So, or selling, you know, a product that you may have.
Yeah, it's hard to make it sexy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
25.99.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go there,
we've found that as well. Obviously, going into the podcast space and into YouTube a lot more. Some things have hit, some things haven't hit.
Yeah.
We definitely had some goals to.
I actually learned a lot having all these speakers. It was actually educational. Yeah. I've listened to every single one, so I actually learned a lot.
I feel like we've had some great feedback.
Yeah, and got to know a lot of people from the back end.
Reached out, which is nice. But yeah, I've enjoyed the journey. Definitely thank you to you for giving the opportunity and the space.
Yeah.
For what we have here.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to the series with me and Jay. We're going to be diving a little bit deeper into like exactly what it took to go into like his prep, and for like basics as well for people just stepping onto the gym floor, which would be exciting. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people just from training on the gym floor and having clients on the gym floor, just not coming to you with that basic knowledge, and it'd be good to just provide that basic knowledge to people who may be beginners.
Yeah. Well, we got beginners coming through the door pretty much, you know, every week, you know. Not sure what they're doing. That's why we sort of also worked on the A-Week challenge. So we've released the A-Week challenge coming out this week. And the A-Week challenge pretty much to get people who have no experience into the gym with a bit of a program and guidance, physical guidance, not just, you know, send them out there and good luck. So they have a meeting with one of our trainers. The program is fully KB, where the exercise itself was done within the facility. So it's not something that, you know, you joined your favorite trainer online and he's given you a program, and, you know, this is more towards
the equipment's not even there and stuff like that. Everything that. Every exercise has been filmed in KB, and you can do in KB.
Yeah, spot on, exactly. Because I think we found where, you know, some trainers, we used to get members come up to us and go, "Oh, where's this machine?" And they were showing us an app, you know, and it's like, well, we either don't have that machine, or you know, this is what the machine looks like. It just looks a bit different. She goes, "Oh, it does the same thing." You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like. There was a gym that's got a cable machine, but it was a single, and our one's part of a 5-station. So she was looking for a single machine that looked like a single one, but it's part of the 5-station in our facility.
Slightly different.
Yeah, slightly different, but she was looking for that single machine. And it's like, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So everything got filmed here. We're looking forward to launching this. So we've been working on that. The team's been working on that. So that's another product for our members. We're pretty much targeting people who coming in with no experience. That's what we, you know, they don't know what they're doing. It's
a really good idea, and it's a good entry point as well. Obviously, it's cheaper than getting a full personal trainer service.
That's what it is.
But in saying that, you do have that initial consultation that you can go over, and you do have constant support from the trainers, and obviously you're going to see the trainers around at the gym as well, that you can easily just ask questions. And as you said,
that's the benefit.
It's great to have everything fully filmed at KB, so you can completely customize it, and it's also customized to their need. It's not like a cookie cutter approach where it's just like, oh, there it is, just do that. It's like what you're actually trying to get out of it, you will get out of it, which is very exciting.
That's it. Yeah.
I feature on a few of the videos too, guys, just in case you're wondering.
I remember that. So that's something exciting. We've got a couple of other things that we're currently working on. I think there will be a lot more updates coming in the next 6 months. So 6 months until the end of the year. We've got some exciting things happening in the back end. I think we'll do a couple more, I think on-site YouTube videos that you'll see on our second location. That will be quite exciting because you'll see the whole, I guess you'll see the path of the construction. Everything will be documented from the construction all the way, on supplies and everything. So we're going to do a full documentary on that, I reckon.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
So
I can't wait.
Yeah, so I think that's exciting to if anyone out there looking for sites to start, or the construction itself of how much and how messy it gets in the facility. So if you haven't got a loading dock or you haven't got a big yard or something like that, it gets extremely messy. Like there'll be machines everywhere. It's just like contractors on top of contractors, floorboards, mats, everything getting installed. It is a messy job. So getting everything together, and it's not like, as you know, you can't just easily move a machine. You can't lift that shit.
Yeah.
You need like little trolleys everywhere running around the machines and stuff like that. So yeah, fun times you'll see. I think that's coming in the next 6 months or so. So yeah, we'll keep working on some exciting content.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be exciting. I can't wait for that to happen. And I know that you're quite open with that stuff and you will definitely give your honest opinion, and it's not something that you're going to try and make look cool or anything like that. It's going to be pretty raw and exactly what happens from day to day.
Yeah, you'll see.
You'll see the fuck ups. You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see everything. There's heaps coming. There's heaps coming. I don't know where they're, but there'll be heaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. But less fuck ups than this one now.
Hopefully.
We've learned from
yeah,
this one.
well, that's true.
Yeah. So
second time around
always gets easier. Yeah. So
easy, bro. All right, man. We'll finish it up there. Thanks for listening, guys. As I said before, me and Jay are going to be starting the 4-part series, just talking you through how you should approach the gym if you are a beginner, also giving you a little bit of an in-depth as well if you're a little bit more advanced. But if there's anything you want us to talk about, do comment below and we'll be sure to talk about it in the series coming up. But until then, make sure you like, subscribe, do all those good things, promote the channel as best you can. We really do appreciate you guys always coming in through and watching. But thanks again, Patrick. Really appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for having me. I'll see you soon again.
See you guys.
Everyone. Thank you.